the pop culture, reality TV, news news sector, it wasn't a whole lot going on. Like, it's very boring out here. So,
what's up to the YouTube friends? We're back. We're Black and Curious. Kendra and Dehjai. We're gonna do reality recap. We're gonna start with pop culture. I'm drinking something. I'm sure Dehjai is too. We'll get there in a second. Go.
We sure will. We're gonna skip the branding today because the girls want to get in and out. So
yeah.
Child, what the hell is going on? What is this monkeypox? Like,
that is none of my business.
So here's the thing, right? I put this up here because every week it's a new, like, pandemic-esque type illness plaguing some other country. Like, this hasn't gotten here yet, that to my knowledge, but like, we got all the variants.
I thought there was the first case.
It was. Well, look, I missed it.
I don't know.
Child,
I could be wrong on that. Happy to be wrong. It might be.
Listen, children, I don't know what the hell going on. All I'm saying is y'all be on the lookout for the monkeypox and all the other versions of COVIDia and stay safe out here in these streets, okay?
This makes me feel like my grandma. Not my grandma. But like, makes me think like the old people, how they'd be like, the end times is coming.
Hello?
It's plagues as it was predicted in Revelations.
All right, it is here. My mother all the time talk about something. It's going to come a time where you don't know what season we in because the weather is crazy. I'm like, okay, Mom. Okay, girl.
Okay, girl. We got it.
Another things that caught my attention, that none of this stuff is fun and cheery, but like, it was something that caught my attention. And
just real blunt and honest, if I end up dead,
like,
I got missing or something like that, just know somebody did it. And I just want to get out here and put something out because I know how the media, I know how my job,
it's a young lady
being in the military will paint these false narratives.
Basically saying that
hey y'all, so I just want to get on here real quick and say that, like,
everybody know that she did not do anything to harm herself, and that she's military, so she's saying that her superiors and like everyone military wise, the folks that need to know about the goings on are aware and nothing is being done about it. And so she took to Instagram to let us know that shit is going left. Now, for me, the reason why I put this up is because this is like gotta be like the 5th or 6th incident of some wild things taking place down at the Fort Hood. And so I just want us all to keep our good eye on what's going on over there, because it always seems to be a person of color, period.
Agreed. I had not heard about this, but like you said, this is seems to be a trend over there. So
yeah, so like for those of you that are watching us on Insta, if you want to know the whole story, the video is here on YouTube, so you can watch the little clip that I saved from the Shade Room. Shout out to them for that. Easy. And we're on to the mess, because baby, it's not a whole lot of going on.
No, it is not. Okay, where you want to start?
Girl,
let's put a ring on it. Oh, go ahead.
We should do that, but what are you drinking?
Oh, I am back with 19 Crimes. I saw Martha Stewart's face on one, so I picked up her. What is it? I don't even know what kind. Chardonnay, I think it is.
I think hers is a Chardonnay. I've not tried it. I'm not a Chardonnay girl, but I'm glad that you made mention to a TV girl with her wine. So while perusing the grocery store this afternoon, I came across a little Vanderpump Rosé. Baby, this shit is delicious. Okay, so it's like $17. Hold on, wait. Can you see that? There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that.
And then I'll put it on Insta so y'all can see it. But yeah,
I love Elisa Vanderpump, except that last season. That last season was questionable, but I do like Vanderpump. So
yeah, I was like, ooh, I finally, because I know that they had said that she was putting her wines into retailers. I just randomly came across it in the fresh market here. So yeah, if you're in Richmond, girl, find it. She is delectable. This is very good. I haven't had this good of a rosé in a long time.
Excellent. I have to try that out. All right, let's put a ring on it first, see if anybody shows up that we can talk to on the gram. Nobody watches this crap but us, so let's get into it.
I mean, put a ring on it is actually interesting. Although this particular season, the last 2 seasons, to be real, have been a little...
Questionable, child. Not great.
I pray for Kenneth. That's all I got.
You know what? I am going to give Kenneth some credit because I feel like I don't want to say, I feel like he is attempting to start doing the work, in that I feel that he has heard Dr. Nicole and he is internalizing some of the things and is like, I don't deserve this. Like, he's looking at it very much like, I don't deserve how you treat me and I have to stand up for myself. And I'm not going to just lash out at you and be mean and nasty to you in the way he was at first. He is like, I'm just going to put my foot down.
I mean, for real, he should have been doing that, because homegirl be talking to him crazy. And like he said at the end of this particular episode, like the previews for like the coming episodes, like, you're not finna keep on talking to me like you out the side of your neck. Like, that's not finna happen. And I was like, yes, go Kenneth. Like, I enjoy Kenneth. He's funny to me. I feel bad for him that he loves a girl who seemingly don't love him. Because, like, if you love this nigga, why you talking to him like that?
She don't love him. I likewise feel badly for him. He was not a particularly sympathetic character at first, but after seeing how crazy she talks to him, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of on Team Kenneth a little bit.
Hello, ain't a little bit. I'm over there. Cause Shorty is crazy. She is one of them little people that just be saying any and everything out of their mouth, and like it make you want to put your hands on them.
Yeah,
she's a little person, and she likely has a little bit of Napoleon complex up in there. Cause sis be wilding.
She just, some of the stuff that she says is like, wow.
Yeah, like you can't possibly. My thing is, the thing that really irritates me about her, and I've said this before, is like, you obviously do not want to be in this relationship. So woman up and in the relationship you don't want to be in. Stop trying to force him into a corner for him to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. Because that's childish. You know what it is that you want and don't want at this point. Come on, sis.
Don't like it. Not a fan. So yeah, I have shifted my perspective. I'm Team Kenneth now. Kenneth, go find your joy and your peace, because it ain't with Shorty.
Asia, whatever her name is, he just a giggling and kikiing with her. It was cute, having a good time.
Yeah.
Did you say go tap on a little my Asia?
No, I said go cackle with my Asia.
I'm about to say, yeah, all right, that too.
No, I didn't say that. The Otis is wearing me out. He is nuts. Like, he is nuts, and he is nuts in a way that he's one of those people that's like, well, I didn't raise my voice, so
child gaslight.
But literally every other thing you have said out of your mouth has been completely reckless. You just said it with an even tone.
I'm like, just because there's no tone inflections doesn't make the things any better, my guy.
Oh my God. Some of the stuff. So the thing he was saying about what's his Charlie's date, and was like, oh, he must have thought you were a weak woman. That's why he could take you away. And I was just like, where did you get
what?
Like, how that was the mental gymnastics on a level that I just was like, how did you get there? It felt very gymnasticsy. Like, he couldn't fathom that there was something wrong with him that would allow there to be an opening for another man in his relationship. It must be that Charlie is weak.
Because he doing everything right.
I was just like, wow. Wow.
Child, he is like
something else. Oh, go ahead.
He is a piece of work. And so at the end, it was the people picking whether or not they were going to go out with their partner, or if they were going to go on a date with like someone else they've already dated, not new people. And so Charlie chose to go back out with homeboy. And so because she chose to go with homeboy, he was like, well, I'm going to go out with such and such. You didn't even really want to do that.
He's just petty.
And childish.
Petty, and I can't, and childish. And then the Instagram thing, there was something about Instagram.
Oh yeah, because he was DMing the other girl that Charlie was trying to say look young.
That. I don't think it was that. It was something else about Instagram. I don't know why I didn't write it down. But they were talking about so they were talking about their different needs. That was their assignment, was to talk through what they need from, the situation or from each other or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Charlie was like, I need more quality time, because sometimes it just feels like you're on Instagram. And he's like, well, you're on Instagram too. So if we're talking about Instagram, then I got to talk about Instagram too. And you can't request something that you don't do yourself. And it's just like,
what are you talking about?
How did we get
here? He is very tit for tat, because it's like she was trying to say to him, like, okay, these are the things that I need. Like, I'm not saying that you don't do X, Y, and Z. I'm saying that I would like more of this. And his all he heard was that she wants positive affirmations and she wants quality time where they're actually doing something together, as opposed to and heard it in a way that said in his brain that he don't give her any of this shit.
Correct.
Like he also is doing a lot of mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
Like what is going on?
I'm talking uneven bars. Like he is wildly just balance beam. Like he is doing gymnastics, like hardcore gymnastics in his mind.
That's I don't know. Said uneven. Girl, I can't do this with you today.
Oh, Lord bless it. It was just too much. What else happened? Who we didn't talk about? Rick Ross and what was that lady's name? Shay. And I don't even remember that man's name anymore.
So I'm not really invested in their storyline at this point. I feel like Shay just need to go on about her business and keep pushing. Even if at this point he is starting to come around and realize that he needs to do X, Y, and Z, and he's caused a lot of the drama and all this shit. At this point, it's too little too late. Because now Shay's mind is like, oh, well, let me see, what these other men have to say. And then is recognizing the things that he is lacking as a partner, because other men are like, well, yeah, I would do X, Y, and Z up front because I need to make sure that my home is set up. You know what I mean? So it's just like, girl, just go ahead and chuck him the deuces. Y'all had a good time. It was a good run, and move on.
Yeah, move on. I agree. So where do you want to go next? That's pretty much it. We only have one more episode. This could have been the last episode. The last 2 episodes could have been the last episode for me. So we only got one more. I think we only have one more episode of Put a Ring on It with these African Americans, and I'm ready to move on.
The only thing that I hope when we get a new season to Put a Ring on It is that they give Dr. Nicole a new hairstyle. Because they be dressing her down. We have.
The style is a little dated. It's a little dated. But, I like Dr. Nicole.
I love Dr. Nicole. They be dressing her down. The makeup be snatched. But the hair don't be matching.
It doesn't give.
And that's all I got. Even if y'all give her a fly-ass head wrap. Anyway, carry on. Where you going? What we doing next?
Let's do Love and Marriage DC and get that crap out of the way, too. Ugh.
Girl, I didn't even finish watching that second episode. It was boring. Monique was wearing me out.
Monique is such a bore. Like, this show is boring to me. I'm sorry. As the girls that were tweeting about Love and Marriage Huntsville were like, well, Love and Marriage Huntsville is trending. What is Love and Marriage DC doing? And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because it's
nothing.
Nothing. It's boring.
I don't know what's going on. And like the thing about it, you know me, I get stuck on an accent real fast. And I'd like,
oh yeah.
No shade. No shade. But
Baltimore is there.
But that and like the people, DC folk have an accent too.
They do. Yeah, they do.
It's prevalent in this here show.
It's very prevalent. It is incredibly prevalent. The accent was wearing me out a little bit too, but Monique is just not. She's not a linchpin character. God bless her, but she's just not. And her and Chris are bickering all the time. I was actually surprised that Chris did not put up more of a fight about her going to work in the mornings. on that morning show. Did you get to that part?
Child, when I tell you I stopped watching like the first, I think I got through the dinner that Chris had with the alleged scammer, and I didn't watch nothing else.
For you. Okay,
like,
so
I'm going to watch it.
I'm
going to commit
for this role.
Supporting everything Black.
Okay. Monique went in, you know, submitted for this radio show, this morning radio show that would require her to be there at like 5:30. And I tweeted out as I was watching this, Chris is going to have a fit. And he did not. He was like, I mean, it's going to be a push, but I'll have to get the kids ready in the morning and do the morning routine. That's going to be hard, but I'll get some help and we'll do it. And I was just like, wow, he's come a long way. Because on Housewives of Potomac, he was just like, all of that's your role, and I don't know what you want me to do about it.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Like on Housewives of Potomac, he was incredibly traditional. Like that's why they were bumping heads all the time, because she was trying to like stretch and spread her wings out a little bit. He was kind of like, I don't do any of that. You need to be at home. That was sort of his role.
So the thing that lost me that I did see was like that she was saying that she wanted to know him. And like they were having this whole argument about this list or whatever, where it was like things that he was passionate about, stuff that he had interest in, the things that he wanted to do now, so on and so forth. And so, but the idea of her saying, and I know like it was just a blanket statement and she probably didn't mean it in that way, but the way that shit came off, it was like you married someone who was a pro sport player, and then you just went off to live the life of a housewife. Y'all didn't sort out the details of who one another really were.
I mean, I think that's a common thing though. Like, I don't think what she's experiencing is uncommon. And it's not even just the professional athlete of it all. It's the same reason why people, I think it's getting married young, having kids. He was a pro athlete. That was his identity. So she's having to relearn a new human being. And we're shifting all the time. So she's having to relearn him. He's having to relearn her as this woman who's like out in the, all trying to do all of this stuff and not just being at the house with your kids. And she was pregnant back to back. So, and focused on the small kids. And I think they have small kids, but not tiny, to the point that they're starting to kind of move out of the way. I think their youngest one is maybe 4. Maybe-ish.
Is he 4? He's so cute. Oh, them children is just beautiful.
Like 3. So I mean, they still have a little bit of time with him, but like they're getting out of the way. So they are in a different space in their relationship where they would be relearning each other. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, I totally understand, because she made mention to the idea of like, we're at the 10-year mark, so now we're doing the reevaluating of like all the things that we've done together and so on and so forth, which we've had conversations about that, like in your relationships, be it, like romantic or platonic or whatever the case, everybody reaches a plateau point where you have to reevaluate how you're doing things and whether or not that shit is working for you. So agreed. I'm not mad at them for that. I think that part of it was probably the most interesting, to actually see a couple who is in the midst of like their 7-year itch or whatever, and working through whatever it is, even though they're at the 10-year mark. I think that like the 7-year itch don't necessarily have to be a literal 7 years, looking at what they're talking about.
And that's what they were talking about with one of the other couples. I don't know the names yet, but that's what Monique was talking about with one of the other women. Was like, did y'all get a 7-year itch? And Monique was like, we didn't get a 7-year itch, but I think we're getting one now, of like, what are we doing here? Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going to try to stick with it, but God, it is boring. Monique is just not interesting to me.
I'm supporting everything Black. I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can. I will not do it to myself where I have to watch more than one episode at a time, because my attention span can't cut it, because it is boring.
Yeah.
So, not much else.
I hate to do this, but I have to run really quick downstairs. I'll be right back. Talk about something.
All right. I honestly kind of feel like with this show, I don't imagine that there's going to be too much more intriguing things, even though they've given us like a little bit of trailers here and there to kind of entice us into the DC community. I don't know. I don't know. But it's the first show. So maybe they'll give us 8 episodes of something interesting. And then we can, like look back and be like, okay, so we was wrong. It's all going to work out. We're staying here with the DC family, but we shall see. Y'all let us know. Get down in the comments.
I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna burn food up.
Yeah, let's not burn down the house or the food. Where are we going next?
Let's stay on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Ciao. That Miss Wanda starting at the end of the show. That Miss Wanda came in there and talked about some shake a bone to get the hell on. When I tell you I fell out. I was like, that right there. That's
before we move on, apparently there was mess on Love and Marriage DC. Like the people were in the tweet. So Carlos King actually tweeted out like the photo of Monique, the gif of Monique with the receipts, with her receipts binder. It was like, I would be at the reunion like this. So stay tuned, girl.
Right. I mean,
okay, go ahead.
Like, there's a whole lot of cheaterization going on with these people. I'm like, the hell. Anyway, what the hell Wanda had on at the function? Where she was going?
It was a lot. I didn't really know. I didn't really know what was happening.
Where she was going, y'all? What was going on with Miss Wanda? Yeah. Okay, she had on a little a bedazzled. Shout out to the 90s.
It was.
She had on a bedazzled.
It was giving
mini
Jackie
dress.
Christy Ponderosa dress. Like it was a lot.
Ooh, yes, that's good. Good. Oh shit, I forgot to watch Basketball Wives.
We watched it together.
Okay, never mind.
and there wasn't much going on. Oh, Jamil's here. Hi, Jamil. We're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. Did you watch? Okay. Why is Marcel always playing a mind game? That gets on my nerves because
girl,
why didn't he's talking to yes Monday Tea with the girls, yes. So why is he always playing a game? I just don't understand that. He could have just said his friend Chris. Why did he have to continue to linger and be like, oh, my friend, until Tisha was like, well, what's the friend's name?
Because the friend is a female, okay? Her name is Christina.
I will say this. If Marceau is cheating, he is cheating with the right one because...
Hello? Yes! Say it again, friend. Because I'm like, my thing is, if you see her talking all this shit the way you talking about how nobody will ever find out and like so on and so forth, my guy, you confident in a motherfucker.
Nobody will ever find out. I was like, that does not give confidence if I'm insecure about this
show. Everybody want to check.
Okay, so that lets me know either this person has something to lose themselves or he's writing a check. Or both.
Girl. And all of this is alleged. We don't know shit.
Yeah, Jamil says the side chicks run their mouth too much, and I could not agree more. I'm just like, have you no shame? Have you no shame? I'm a side chick. I'm going to just be cashing your check every month.
Mm-hmm.
And being quiet.
Goddamn business, okay?
And
as long as you are taking care of the things, she don't have shit to say.
I mean, why would I want
don't
to
get no idea?
Myself?
That is not what the fuck I'm looking for real. I'm joking.
Neither me. But like, whoa, I don't have nothing to say. It's either why would I embarrass myself and put a spotlight on myself?
Because like you got dodo birds out here like Ariane Curry, who excuse me, sis, but you a little bit of a dodo bird, who just want to be famous too. That's why she ran her mouth.
I guess so.
She wanted everybody to know that she was the one that had taken the husband, okay? She was the one that was in the background, in the shadows with Mr. Martell, okay? That's who he was running to, cross town, buying her a matching BMW and shit. Janelle said, he's been cheating, y'all. This show just bringing out his dirt. Tisha does not have all her screws. Child, hello, we know that already.
No, she does not. No, she does not.
She is a few tacos short of a combination plate.
They're not tight.
Okay.
Not good. Why were all of those people at Jalen's house? Those people are not Jalen's people.
Yeah, I'm laughing. YouTube,
I'm not gonna repeat that.
Our Instagram girls is carrying on. Jamil said Ariana is slow, like need to wear a helmet slow.
It's not great. It's not great. Yeah.
Woo, child. It is ghetto around there, okay?
Yes. Why? My question for this entire episode was why all of these people at Jalen's house? These are not his people.
Hello, it was not a youthful person in that building.
I was where are you? Where are the youth?
Like, what the fuck is going on? I know he was like, all these old ass niggas. Like,
they don't have no kids they could invite. I guess his mom is the oldest of the bunch, I guess, but it wasn't no 20-somethings he could invite down to the function.
I mean, he couldn't invite his own friends. Like, what is going on?
Right. Yes, they did show up for Kimmy, and I appreciate that.
This is a Kimmy Stand account, okay?
Absolutely.
However, that child ain't need to be in there. And then when Miss Wanda was calling people bitches at the end, and he was like, now, Miss Wanda, there won't be any calling my mother no bitches. Like, what is going on? Like, that's why this function did not need to be in his house.
More of those.
So black. Ain't gonna be too many more of them, okay?
What did you...
Child, she did.
She did need to sit down. Jamil says, but Wanda, y'all, she's too much for me. Like, damn, she needs to sit down. She does. She does need to sit down. It was funny. She is funny to me. But
hilarious.
I'm like, okay, Miss Wanda, you don't went too far now. Go sit down somewhere.
Child, my thing is, I think that Miss Wanda, she gives me someone that never got her shit rocked. Because she be doing a whole lot. And I feel like back in her heyday, people was putting the paws on you, okay? So somehow or another, you came out unscathed the way you be talking to these children.
Maybe she was the hitter. Maybe she was the scrapper. Jamil says, okay, don't y'all think Stormy is too much? I was getting ready to go there with the Stormy and Destiny argument and the rehashing with Kimmy trying to mediate. I was just like, both of y'all are irritating the hell out of me right now.
Hello. I mean, Destiny wasn't really irritating me, but it was just kind of like I was still Team Destiny. I understand your point. You asked me all these questions about why X, Y, and Z when your friend is right there. Ask that bitch. What the hell are you asking me?
I get it. I agree with you, but Destiny is a prime example of just coming in too hot. I felt like Stormy was trying to bring the temperature down a little bit when they talked one-on-one with Kimmy, and Destiny was still so hyped. And I was like, okay, all right, Destiny, I'm usually on your side now, but you're doing too much now, girl.
I feel like Stormy was patronizing. I didn't receive her as trying to mend fences. Who used to say that? Was that from Real Housewives of Atlanta? Mending fences?
No, that's a pretty common phrase, I feel like.
I feel like it was from Atlanta though. Anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, I feel like she just, it was giving very much, I'm gonna play this game so that you can look crazy. But I can see that. Child, I don't know. I didn't buy that. I felt she had equally as much fire.
I'm not interested in Stormy whatsoever. She can go. Destiny. I like Destiny, but Destiny is clearly in a vulnerable place right now. So she needs to stay with some friends nearby and keep it moving. Not live with them, but just saying if Tisha is her homegirl, she needs to congregate with Tisha and stay away from Melody and not go to the function if Melody's going to be there, sort of thing. Jamil said I could do without Lewis and Tiffany. They just aren't giving to me. They aren't.
Girl, we all could do without them. I think that's the couple that was alleged to have rushed to get married just so they could be on the show.
Yeah.
As much as I love them, all this show is tearing them apart to me. It's hard to watch marriages and friendships dissolve. I agree.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Facts on facts on facts. I hate that even though, so like whatever was transpiring with, no, that was last episode where Destiny was being consoled by Kimmy, and then Melody came back there to talk to her too. That was cool, but it's just kind of like, what are y'all doing? Like, do you want to be a friend or do you not? Like, why are you back here? Because according to you ain't fooling with her. And then for Melody and Stormy to walk into the function and don't even bother to speak. They never spoke. Well, no, maybe they spoke in passing over Destiny, but it was Tisha that they didn't speak to.
And which, it was it's still petty.
I'm very much I don't fuck with you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Go ahead, keep it moving.
Okay, sis. I'm not that at all. I'd be like, I'm gonna greet the room, and I'm not gonna like intentionally leave somebody out. And in fact, I'm going to make it so that like, hey, I don't want no smoke with you. Like, I'm just gonna greet the room. But Melody loves to like, if she's coming in the room, she don't want to speak. And then if she's already in the room, she also doesn't want to speak. So which one is it? And then she's like, oh, well, they didn't speak to me. And it's like, girl, well, what makes you think?
Like, who is catering to you? Hello, that part.
In my world, the regular Southern world, the person who comes into the room speaks. So if you came into the room and you didn't speak to them, that was you not speaking to them. That wasn't them not speaking to you. It was already there.
I'm with you. I agree with you in that I will speak to the room. But if it's a setup where it's just the person that I'm not fooling with and myself, we don't have to part words. It's okay. It don't take nothing from me to do that. Yeah. But like, Tisha and Melody give me this energy of like, if I speak, then the other one is just gonna act like they didn't hear me. Right. Like the childish pettiness and like that type of energy, no thank you. I don't want to deal with that. I agree. Either it's gonna be a hey and keep pushing, or it's not gonna be nothing at all.
Yeah. Okay. Jamil said she was Team Mel and Martell on day one. She loved them. I actually liked them too when they were, the first season before all their shit got aired out.
The first season was when she was telling all the shit.
Well, the first half of the first season, because at first they were trying to present like a united front of we're together and we're this power couple, whatever. Right. And then she also said, Jamil also said, Mel does give off that she's the queen bee vibes. She can sit, but I still like her. She's good for TV and she's winning. I agree.
I mean, she's very good for TV. She's still just annoying to tell. Like, if that's how she operates in real life, girl, you need to be all by yourself in your sandbox.
It's a lot for a friendship. She reminds me of somebody I know in my real life. So I kind of, I'll be like, That's how I feel about it.
That the sound.
Yeah.
I can't. You're crazy, friend. So,
all right, where do we want to go next? I do
appreciate that Marceau made jokes about how Tisha and Mel were not speaking to one another because the shit is dumb.
It's stupid as hell.
Like she didn't like Melody didn't speak to any of them. She could have did like you said, where she just greeted the room and kept it moving. Whatever, girl.
And then Tisha walked in and did the same thing to her. It's like, girl, y'all are so silly.
You're too old for that.
That's dumb. If y'all want to argue about something, but like don't argue about who ain't speaking when they come in. That's silly. Y'all know the rules. The person who walks in the room speaks to the room.
Right, because they down in the South. Hello, they should know. But it's also just makes it look like you more bothered when you can't even just be like, hey.
Which is the exact reason why I always like, hey, girl, we don't have to say nothing beyond that. But hey, how you doing?
I I cannot stand Kendra. Not that. How you doing?
And you have seen me do that to people that I don't really fool with. That's why it's so funny. Because I'm like, that's my default. If you know I don't fool with somebody, but I'm gonna still greet the room.
She's like,
it's like the head nodded and wave at the same time. Like
that's the thing. Oh shoot! Y'all get down in the comments and let us know if that's how you move through environments when there's people around that you don't fool with. Okay, Kendra is crazy.
Oh, all right. Let's go to. Are we done? Let's do Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that's the last of it, right?
Yes, I think so. Oh no, because you're gonna do Beverly Hills first.
Oh, okay. Sutton came to play. That's all I gotta say. Sutton, shots fired, and Sutton has never been my favorite, and I still think she needs a wardrobe consultant because she got money, but she don't be looking like she got money. Like she looks like it's giving off the rack, and I know her clothes are expensive because I know which designers they are. And she has a very close personal relationship with the Dolce & Gabbana people. So a lot of it's Dolce & Gabbana. But I'm just like, they just don't look good. She's looking better. She's not wearing frumpy anymore, but it's not giving shape or anything. So,
I mean, she may not have no shape to give.
She doesn't have a shape to give, but I think that it could look better. I think it could look better. And she could wear stuff that was more flattering for her no shape.
Okay. So when you say that she came to play, what had happened?
Sutton been clearing the rooms, man. Sutton is not playing around. I posted something on Instagram the other day where they were all sitting down for dinner and she was apologizing to somebody. I think she was apologizing to Rinna. And somebody was like, "You're not going to apologize to Erica?" She was like, "No." And she was like, "Well, why not?" And she was like, "Because I don't like you." And I was like, "Go off, Sutton. Say it with your chest."
Hello, that child. Let me. You know what? I got an offline conversation for you.
Woo. I just love when girls say it with their chest. Don't try to pussy it around. Just say it with your chest. You don't fool with her.
Like I don't fool with that bitch. Okay. I ain't got 2 words for her. Keep it pushing. That's it.
I will say that Sutton could have been a little bit more sensitive about Dorit and her robbery situation because that was horrifying. And
girl, Dorit is the devil. We've already said this.
I don't fool with Dorit, but I didn't wish for her to be robbed at gunpoint.
I don't wish no harm on nobody.
I don't wish no harm on anybody.
You remember what I said when we did the thing of the last manosphere, and I was like, you know what? The universe always resets itself.
Yeah. Dorit is not my cup of tea. She's
a mega Karen, and so because of that, it's like, girl, I'm cool.
Yeah,
mega Karen, and she's a style biter.
I agree, but I still felt bad for her. And the new girl that they have up there got money, lots of money. She's giving like
the other girl
Erica looks. Not Erica looks. No, Erica's looks are on another planet to me. She's giving, or her old looks, pre-mess.
Oh yeah, no, she was dressing. Sis look good.
But I forget what her name is. But she looks like money. She has like an older son, and she's now married to someone else. Or not married. She's with a younger man that's not much older than her son, and has like a little baby now. So she has a 20-something-year-old son, like a baby, like a 2-year-old, and then a one in between that we haven't seen.
Oh wow, go off, sis. Is she like? So you remember old school Beverly Hills Housewives? I forgot her name, but she was the heir to like all the shit that's in Las Vegas. Her and her 2 brothers.
Oh, Maloof?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she had long money. Okay,
Diana.
yeah, that's
her name is Diana. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Adrian had real money.
Yeah. I wrote something. I can't even remember what I'm trying to find the comment. Like she was a fusion of 2 of the girls for me. But anyways, it was. I like her. So far, I like her. That's it.
We're gonna be chatting about them next week. Let me make sure I watch and catch up.
Oh, she's like, this is what I wrote. She's a combination of Kathy Hilton, and Dorit. So she has like some of that Doritness to her, not the Karenness, but like the stylish Dorit side, but like that Kathy Hilton air of like money.
Okay.
Kind like a little crazy, also, but also like money.
Mm-hmm.
She reminds me of Kathy, so I like her.
Kathy and her baccarat wine glasses. No, champagne flutes.
Correct. So I like her so far. That's it. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Let's get to it.
All right.
So I need for Candy to go ahead and let this shit go about this condo that he got in New Jersey, because that's dumb and tired.
And I'm gonna tell you, we have had a whole conversation about prenups, postnups, all of that. I'll link it above. But it is just wise for her to leave him alone and let him do some stuff on his own, because I'm sure that their prenup is ironclad as far as the things that they had before, but what they're establishing together, you never know. You never know. And it behoove her, in case something happened, to let Todd have his own money, so he can't be like, I relied on her solely for my living.
Hello?
So if he has his investment property, he has his production company that she's not all in the mix with, it might behoove her to leave that stuff the way it is, in my opinion.
Let it be. Okay, y'all heard it from the lawyer first.
And that's not legal advice. That's just...
It's not. It's just an opinion, an educated opinion. How about that?
An educated opinion. That's the one right there.
But yeah, I just like, it's so weird to me to see her feel a way about this property, and like Candy is such a confident woman, so like,
but they did say at the table, who asked her about that, Drew, if she was feeling like insecure or something. So I'm thinking maybe something happened, or maybe he like cheated on her in New York or something. But I'm like, he could cheat on you at a hotel, like, so what? Like, if you don't trust him, the condo is not going to make a difference. Yeah, when they were sitting at the table, I
watched the whole episode.
Okay, yeah, they were sitting at the table, and they were kind of, I forget who it was. I think it was Drew, was kind of like, well, do you feel insecure about the condo? Like, what is it about the condo? And she was like, yeah, I'm a woman. Of course, sometimes I feel, jealous or insecure or whatever. And so then I think it was Marlo was saying, well, I guess that's the problem with the condo, is that she's not secure within the relationship in some sort of way, or maybe something had happened in the past.
But I'm like, at this stage in their relationship, you would think like none of, because they've been together over 10 years, right? They've been married 10 years. So they've been together longer than that. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. I love Candy and Todd. I pray that their union lasts forever and ever and always, and that none of this small shit really bubbles up to become something major.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I literally just want to see them win.
Marlo cracks me up. I thought that Marlo's charm was going to wear off with her being a peach holder, because I thought part of her charm was that she was popping in and out. That lady is nuts. She is so funny to me. She is just so, like, you be like, Marlo, really? Like, really, Marlo? So, like, when she took the phone over to her underwear, I was like, for what?
Like, why are we going through your underwear? She's talking about some, I got diamond panties or something, she said. Who was she talking to? That's the thing I couldn't figure out. Who was on the phone?
Was it Drew? I think it was Drew, maybe. I don't know. But that thing was so funny. Marlo is like a Jackie Christie. I'm sorry. She is a Jackie Christie, a better dressed Jackie Christie. And you just be like, baby, this lady is off, but you need her here. I love Marlo. She is everything to me. I love Marlo even more now that she's a peach holder.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's talk about your girl.
Who?
Drew.
Drew is, we just talked about my praises for Marlo. Marlo is my girl. Drew is not. No, not Drew.
Oh, you know how black people always be like, your friend.
Like, who is that? Marlo. I like a Sonya. who is over Drew all of a sudden. I knew she was gonna be done
Candy,
with her when she realized she was broke and nothing to give.
Sonya. That's
it.
Yeah.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
So Drew and oh god, I like a Sheree too, even though she carries a bone. Sheree humors me.
So I mean, when she's like, I feel like she's been very timid. The last 2 times, this is the second time that she's come back. She's been a little timid. When she's really in her bag, in her Sheree bag, she cracks me up.
Yes.
Right now, she's just real timid, and I'm like, all right.
You know what? I like her for the OG factor. And you know what I will say? I like how the OGs in Atlanta play with the new girls better than any of the other franchises. Because you saw the friction with Roni, for instance. You saw the friction. And obviously they're all black.
Well, shit, Roni got dinosaurs.
But that's what. But no, Candy hasn't been there from the very, very beginning, but she has been around for years and years and years.
Yeah.
As has Sheree, even though Sheree, and even though Sheree has been in and out, she's still been around from the beginning. So, but I like how they play with the new girls. You know what I'm saying? So you see the OG, like you have the OG vibes with the Candy, Marlo, Sheree. Even though Marlo wasn't a peach holder, she was always sort of around.
She was
the
always
Candy,
around.
Marlo,
the
Sheree,
talls and the smalls.
Yeah, and the Kenya, even though Kenya gets on my nerves, I like how they still like reach out to the new girls, you know, and try to bring them into the fold and like, you know, you feel like feel like it's still a cast versus with Roni, it's like the old girls and the new girls.
The old girls and the
old girls and the younger ones. The younger ones.
Right, because I feel like on Roni it was Ebony and that other girl, but I think the other girl's gone too. I don't think she's coming back.
Yeah, and then Beverly Hills, I feel the same way. Like they kind of, not Beverly Hills, OC, they kind of ice out the newer, younger girls too. So
I'm like, y'all like 75. Get off this show. Let these young girls get in here and do something. I'm tired of looking at you.
And if you're not, at least play nice. At least play nice. So
I'm like, shade, all shade. They like 75. Get off here. Especially in Roni.
Yeah. Kenya was triggered by Ralph, which I thought was interesting. Did you get that far?
I did see that part. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to the rest of it. I had a little piece of an edible, so like shit, she clocked out.
Kenya was like, this is my ex-husband or my husband. They're not divorced yet because he's still trying to get a piece of more manor.
Really?
Which was built before he came along. So
right. So why would you think you get to lay claim to her home? Did she not? She didn't have a prenup, did she?
I'm guessing not, but
girl.
I hate to see it, but he's not getting a claim to more manor.
But the thing is, like, right, I can't imagine any court giving him any piece of her property, considering that he never fucking lives there.
Right. He didn't even look like he was spending time at Moore Manor.
He never lives there.
Like he had a little knapsack in the closet.
Woo,
he had a little shelf in the closet with his knapsack on it or whatever, but I don't know. What else? I don't know. Drew's assistant is trying to be Miss Lawrence so bad. God bless him.
Why they got so many assistants? Did we know that?
No. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to hear a little indictment coming down the pipeline. I'm like, what are y'all doing that y'all need so many assistants? It's giving Jen Shaw. Why do you need 20 assistants? Why?
What kind of work y'all doing that you need assistants any goddamn way? I didn't even know they had a business till today. I'm like, what's really going on? But the conversation, so back to the point where you were like that Drew's husband, I forgot his name, triggered Kenya.
Right.
Like, I appreciate that Kenya was saying all the things that Drew has not been able to say to her husband. Because he
turned on Drew.
It did go laugh.
It went
left. I was like, damn.
It went left.
That shit happened quickly. I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't stay right there and support this girl in her fucked up marriage. Like, damn.
Yeah. Because Ralph is awful.
Truly, indubitably. Okay.
And I get that you have to like hold both sides accountable, but like maybe hold her accountable to the side.
When it's just the ladies, okay?
You know?
Not right now, because clearly he was attempting to tumble dry everybody at that damn dinner table, but it wasn't working.
It was bad. It wasn't working, and it was bad. So I don't like that guy. I don't like him. And I was actually on Kenya's side for once. He was just lies, and I just can't.
And just lying for no reason, like lies that don't make sense. Like, child, just go ahead and tell that girl you got a whole family on the other side of town.
Please. And then the last thing I just thought was funny, even though it was how they started the show, was Marlo once again at the gym with Sheree. It's like, girl, Marlo, you go under the knife. Please stop. We know you're not going in there to work out. Please.
And not.
And Bravo,
because Sheree is cut up. Okay.
Yeah. And Bravo doing that shady counter, like Marlo only worked out for like 18 seconds.
Child. Marlo was like, "Whoo, I'm tired." Whoo!
It's like, from what? You ain't did nothing. Oh, last thing, Married at First Sight. Oh, are we done?
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like y'all know. Okay, hold on. For you hit the Married at First Sight, y'all know that like soon as we hit the end of spring, early summer, it's like all the shows die. So like,
and we're gonna take a break about it. So
hello, okay. Please no, she will not. She, me, her, and this one will not be here. Anyway,
we're gonna wait till the
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. The people tried to stay together, and then the people failed. So all of the 4 couples tried to stay together. Only 2 of them made it. I was surprised that Olajuwon and Katina actually made it. But I want to give props to Olajuwon. I have dragged him at every opportunity that I had because he was awful. And I think that he saw himself on TV being awful and was like, oh God. And got himself together. Like he talked a very different game on Reunion. He came full circle and was just like, yeah, I was a jackass. And I no longer believe that.
Don't happen often.
It does not, which is why I had to say something about it. And he was like, I don't believe that anymore. I don't think that I ever really believed that. I was just I was just sort of firm in what I thought things had to be, but like, I don't think that anymore. He sold his house so that they could like move in together and like establish a new life together, as opposed to her trying to fit into his life. Like, he did the work. So I'm like, shouts out to Olajuwon. I was hard on him. I think we all were. And I was impressed by what I saw on that reunion. And then,
so does Married at First Sight do like a check-in like 3 years later or like a year later type thing where you can see if the couples make it?
Not necessarily, but they do couples cam. I'm not sure if they're going to keep doing couples cam. They have been doing couples cam where they follow the successful couples for, it's been going on for a few years, probably 4 years or so. But I haven't seen an announcement for new episodes or anything like that. So I'm not sure. I'm really happy for them. I'm happy that they figured it out and that he just stopped being a jackass to her. And of course, Steve and Noy stayed together.
Hopefully she got her wig right on tight, so she knows now that she done looked up.
Basically, that's what it seemed like. And I think
Kevin, sis, you didn't hit a big one, okay? The fuck, shut up.
And I think Kevin, the host, was even like, oh, so you found out he actually has money, right? And they both kind of just chuckled. Oh, the host is black. He don't hold no punches at all. The reunion host, period. He's going to tell it like it is.
Okay.
So
I'm not mad. She needed to hear that.
So they stayed together. Mark the Shark and Lindsay did not. I did not think that they would, because they shouldn't have stayed together on decision day. And then, who were those other people? Those other blacks? Mike and Jasmina. They did not stay together. I didn't think they would. I wanted them to stay together. I liked them together, but they weren't going to live together after. And I was like, that's going to be the kiss of death, because they were already kind of far apart as far as emotionally, and they had already had some emotional hiccups. So I was like, there's no way they're going to stay together if they don't live together. But their body,
this was the couple that wasn't intimate.
Yeah. But Jasmina's body language seemed like she was still open, but Mike was kind of like, or at least open to some sort of friendship or some sort of something. And Mike was kind of like, no, I got sisters. I don't need any female friends like that. So
he was hurt.
So they're going their separate ways.
That's a hurt ass statement.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That was that on that. I just wanted to, we've talked about it a few times, so I just wanted to close the loop on that. There's one more part to the reunion, but I think it's just going to be all the couples talking together. So that's that.
Well, since we've come to the end of the show, you know what time it is, Camden girl. What were you curious about this week?
Oh, Jesus. I never have an answer for this. I'm still curious about the same thing. What are you curious about?
So my curiosity lies in what's ahead for me. Both in familiar relationships, and intimate ones. I am just trying to be walking a state of faith and be clear about what has been promised to me, but at the same token, like, I'm always the curious cat. So
yeah,
we're trying not to do that, but I'm intrigued, so I'm watching. Let me see how good it can
get. Yeah, I'm curious about the same thing I always am. Is like, what's next, like you said, and when left to my own devices, what do I do with myself? And so I'm sort of figuring that out. I don't mind where it's going. It's different work, but a lot of work, so it's fine. We're gonna see. We'll see how it goes. That's it.
Well, I love that for you. All right, friends, thank you for staying. Those of you that are here on Instagram and who have stayed mostly throughout the whole show, we love y'all. We'll see you next time. And for our YouTube, for our YouTube family, like she said, follow us on all of our social media and like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she didn't end the button. Haha.
No, I didn't.